Hey YouTubers, welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into the Harbor Freight website and checking out some of their new tools that they've released recently. We try and do these every few weeks. It's only been a couple weeks since I last did this, but they have a few items out that I know a lot of people have been waiting on, and we're going to discuss that a little bit so you guys can already see it at the bottom of the screen, that being their US General Series 3 toolboxes, or at least some of them. Primarily the 72-inch. They'll have more coming here soon, but let's go over the rest of the list and we'll get into some of the details. There's already a bunch of videos on the Series 3 boxes, so if you guys want to go ahead and check those out. So first up is a 6.5 horsepower plate compactor with wheel kit. This isn't a tool that I personally would use, and if you're in the professional field and you use this, if you're like with a big company, I'm sure you're going with a more big name brand for this type of machinery. But if, let's say, you do your own contract work or you're a very small business, this may be something that a small business owner would be considering, especially when you look at the price of some other compactors. So this one's $700. I have no idea how this stacks up to the competition in the professional field. This, like I said, this isn't a tool that I use or would use, but I do know how handy these can be for those situations. I know a lot of people, that do like patios and driveways and stuff like that. This could be an extremely handy tool to have, and $700 compared to some of the competitors is definitely a really good price. It says 6.5 horsepower here, 212 cc, but then down here we have some information. 7 horsepower, 4-stroke, 65 foot per minute forward travel speed, covers up to 9,500 square feet an hour, impact force of 3,600 pounds, compact soil to a depth of 13 inches, and there's a little bit more information on it if you guys would like to stop and read that. But then they have a new Franklin 800 pound capacity appliance hand truck. So they already have one like this, but I believe it's not rated for 800 pounds. Here's some of the other ones that they offer, your more standard design, and then here's the 600 pound one. But the new release is going to be for 800 pound capacity. It has a strapping mechanism, stair climber, box lifter. So it's a pretty handy hand truck. So it's got built-in straps to it. It's got a fold out portion at the bottom for your larger boxes or appliances or anything like that. It's got solid wheels, so you don't have to worry about inflating them or anything like that. It's got rollers on the back for when you're pulling it upstairs. Definitely a handy little thing, not something that everybody's going to use. This is going to be those, that move stuff pretty often, because it's not exactly the cheapest hand truck. But if you're moving a lot of larger items, this could definitely be handy, especially not having to deal with the wheels, having that stair roller. You can see them on the back right there. This portion that folds out, that's going to allow you to hold larger items a little bit sturdier. It's a rugged 10 gauge steel toe plate, a fold out box lifter, built-in stair climbers, basically everything that I stated. All welded heavy gauge steel frame, solid rubber 6-inch wheels. So then they have a couple new Hercules items. We're not going to go into those, but there you can see what's available. We'll go over these in just 1 second. They have the Hercules 8 amp 6-inch force rotation dual action polisher for $120. So this is a corded item. Not priced too bad, $120. It is nice to see more and more of these polishers on the market. Just a couple years ago, there really weren't that many. It was either a few name brand ones or your Amazon no name ones. Now there's a lot of them available now. So 8 amp, it's got 6 speed settings to deliver a speed range between 3,200 and 9,600 orbits per minute, a soft start variable speed trigger, vibration control, adjustable knob, sets the grip position, 25-foot rubber cord, non-marring touch points, so when you set this thing down, it's got like basically rubber pads, premium 6-inch hook and loop backing pad included. Then they have a 8.5-inch, 1-inch variable speed rotary hammer for $150. This isn't a tool that I would personally use. I don't use hammer drills like that, but obviously there are plenty of those out there. Those people that need something like this. So I'm not sure if $150 for this Bauer unit is a good deal or not. Truthfully, I haven't looked too much into this size of hammer drill. So I'll just show you guys a little bit of the information down below and let you guys decide whether or not that's something that you would consider or not. Next up, they have a 1,000-pound capacity heavy-duty hand truck for $100. This is more of your standard design. It has the extended side plates here for a little bit sturdier control. Here they have solid wheels once again, so you don't have to worry about flat tires. 10-inch solid rubber tires, built-in stair climber maneuvers easily up and down the stairs. So still a good one, especially for $100. I think that's a pretty good deal. The Bauer 12-amp 115 mile per hour electric jet fan blower. So this is a corded version, as you can see here, for $65. I don't think that's a bad deal. Here you can see that they do have a cordless version, and they have many other offerings as well. The cordless one, it's not going to have quite as much power, but it is $50, so a little bit cheaper than this one. You don't have to worry about dragging around a cord, but then again, you also have to make sure that you have a battery or two in order to use that. Variable speed for precise control, rear facing intake. Then they have 8¼ inch bypass hand pruner. They have the 1600 lumen corded handheld work light for $35. I don't know if there's really anything special about this. It's about as basic as you get. I think you got a magnetic portion back there, power, a hook. You got an outlet here built into it, so you can extend off of it with another tool or whatnot. You can basically use this as an extension cord as well. Like I said, magnetic. It's got that hook on top. Not a bad light. 1600 lumens. Some good light output on this. It's ridiculous how many lights have been released at Harbor Freight in the last year alone. A new Warrior 6-amp 4.5-inch paddle switch angle grinder for $25. Like I have stated in the past, Warrior is about as cheap as you can get at Harbor Freight. If you're going to use a tool maybe once in your lifetime, but you need it and you don't want to pay somebody else to do it, or you can't borrow one, Warrior may be the way to go. But other than that, personally, if you're going to use this tool multiple times, just step it up and spend a little bit more money and get something with a little bit better quality. And then that basically gets into where we left off in the last video. So let's go ahead and check out these 72-inch offerings from Harbor Freight. These are the U.S. General Series 3 toolboxes. I must say that ever since the slate gray came out, I love that color offering. I believe they have 8 color offerings now. Yeah, 8. So you got red, blue, black, green, orange, slate gray, yellow, and white. The white and slate gray are like my favorites. So that's just what I'm going to mention about the coloring. I don't think they had all of these offerings in the Series 2. I could be wrong. I think that's one of the differences. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of differences here. So let's quickly get into my thoughts. If I didn't have the boxes that I had for here at home, the U.S. General is definitely one that I would consider. Icon, I think they make some really good boxes. I think they've outpriced themselves on them, though. Don't get me wrong. Really good quality when you compare them to a lot of other boxes, and it's still quite a bit cheaper than going with a new Snap-on box or a new Matco box. For here at home, I'm not looking at spending Icon prices. I have an $800 Husky box that I have had for 6 years, and it's been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But if I didn't have that, the U.S. General is probably something that I would highly, highly consider. So if you look at the price difference between this and the Series 2, you're looking at about a $500 price difference, at least for this 72-inch. I'm not sure what the prices are going to be on some of the others that they haven't released yet. So there are only a few differences, and it's up to you to decide whether those differences are worth the $500. Soon, you're not going to have a choice. Right now, Series 2 is still available in some areas, but may not be available for very long. So if you're considering one and you want to save a little bit of money, I think you can get by with some of the few changes that they've made. If you want to save roughly $500, I think it's best to pick up the Series 2 while you have the chance. I think basically what's happened is over the years, so when the Series 2 first came out, Harbor Freight was making a great profit off of the price difference of what it costed them to make and what they sold it for. And over the years, the last few years, where prices to make things and all of that have gone through the roof, I don't think their price margin was very big the last year or so. I don't think they were making very much. And Harbor Freight doesn't normally bump their prices up like some other places. They just kind of do something like this where they've now released a new version, upgraded it. And this is their way of kind of opening that gap again. Now they're able to make a little bit of profit. They've offered you something new with a few upgrades, and that gives them, more of a reason to open up that price gap again. So now they're making a profit again. It happens a lot. No need to be mad about it. That's just the way it is. It's how businesses survive. It's either that or raise the price of the Series 2 and make you pay more for the same old box. Some people feel one way or another. It doesn't really matter. So if you want to save some money, get a Series 2 while you can. Or if you really prefer the upgrades that they've done to this box, you're going to have to suck it up and pay the extra $500. So basically, as far as I know, with the 72-inch, there's no more extra depth. It's 22 inches, but I don't believe you get the full 22 inches. I think it's still around 19. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. So the box isn't any deeper or anything like that. This is backwards compatible to the Series 2, so you can still use the side cabinet and the hutch and all of that on top of the Series 3, or on the Series 3, I should say. I believe the casters are the same for the most part. The thing that they have done is the locking mechanism that holds the drawer shut. It's not just on one side or the other. It's across the full bar. It's got the tabs basically run across the entire handle, so you can unlock the drawer at any point along the lip of the drawer. So that is a nice feature. They got double slides on all of the larger drawers. They've added a power drawer, a power tool drawer, basically the blackout trim. So not a whole lot of difference here. We'll just quickly go into it. So this is a 14 drawer layout. You now have two top drawers that are, basically full length instead of the one. And then these two on the right are going to be your power drawers. The top one being your battery charging location, and the one down below is going to be what they've designed for your power tools. The thing is, you can see here, it is not going to come with that actual accessory that holds the power tools like that. That is going to be something that you have to purchase additionally. So that's just something to keep in mind. But then the drawer above it, it is going to include this power strip in here, which is going to have 5 outlets, a USB-A and a USB-C. And then here you can see all of these drawers are going to have dual slides, except for your 2-inch drawers are still going to be single slides, obviously. But your power drawer, dual slide. This one is a single slide. The one on top, these larger ones, this guy and a few over here, should be dual slides across all. Here's the plug for the power strip. So it's not a cord that runs from the power strip through a pass-through. It's actually a outlet on the box that you plug the cord into and then run it to the wall. So that is kind of nice, as long as that doesn't go bad, but it does look like it's pretty easily replaceable. It's going to still carry the standard 90-day warranty, I believe it is. Here you can see the outlets, or at least part of them, the USB-A, USB-C, and the power switch. Here you can see the total storage is 29,700 cubic inches. The weight capacity is 6,600 pounds, which is pretty insane. 14 drawers, 5 outlets, like I stated, the 2 USBs, the power tool drawer designed to fit power tools and air tools. The rack sold separately. 2 double width drawers for maximum storage up top. Durable full extension ball bearing drawer slides that support 120 pounds per pair. So the double slide drawers are going to have 240 pound capacities, while the single set of slides are going to have 120 pound capacity. Full width drawer latches, so now you can unlock the drawer from wherever you want. And then 6-inch casters, you have 2 fixed and 2 locking swivels. Kind of a roll through some of the drawers. Just an example of how they have it laid out with, Harbor Freight tools. Here's a little bit of information if you guys would like to pause and take a look. This is basically everything that I've already mentioned. But like I said, it's $500 more expensive. It is a very nice toolbox for its price. No, I don't think it's the quality of Icon. There's a lot of people, they're like, I'm not buying that. The Icon box is way better quality. It may be, but it's also $3,500. Compared to this one, still under $2,000. Yes, it's quite a bit more expensive than what the Series 2 was, but for what you're paying for, it's a good box. I think for the price, it's a good box. There's not many others in its price range for the size and versatility and customization that you're going to have. There's not many others in this price range. So definitely still one to consider. And here's just a little bit of information of it compared to the Snap-on. Also keep in mind that All of the US General Series 3 are going to be the color that you select with black trim, I believe. I don't think there's any chrome trim option available anymore. And there are the dimensions on it, so you can see that. Quickly show you images. This is the top bank chest. So this is the top hutch. You got a little bit of room up here. You can still put battery chargers. It's got a pass through up there. Same ball bearing slides that you find on the bottom half of the box. The real decision is to choose between this top chest or a top hutch. With this, you gain a lot of storage area, but you don't have any work area. So that's something that needs to be thought out before making that purchase. Like I said, it is backwards compatible with the Series 2, and they do use a single barrel locking mechanism, so it's one key for the entire drawer setup. And then here's the top center hutch, and they do include these organizers for the back wall as well for the top hutch. I don't believe this power strip is included. I could be wrong. We'll double check. But they do have pass-throughs in order to put a power strip. Yeah, nothing that I know that states a power strip. 26,400 cubic inches of storage space or workspace. The slotted back for different bins and shelves. Protective rubber work mat. Can be enhanced with a 48-inch LED light bar with 3,000 lumens that lights automatically when you open the drawer. But that is sold separately. So I think they've done a good job on these. Yeah, it sucks to see a price increase, but it is the next series. It's their way of, bridging that gap again, being able to make a profit and offer us something new. And keep in mind that they will still have more items coming. Also keep in mind that a lot of the YouTube videos out there where people actually already have these boxes, 90% of them on YouTube right now are just people who were sent the boxes for free. So it's going to be really hard for somebody receiving a $2,000 box to say bad things about it. So trust your gut, check them out in person, give them a little bit of time, see people's actual reactions to them, feel them out, be smart before just jumping on the purchase. Compare it if you can to the Series 2. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts. And as always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. See you guys next time.